I will.
There's the man's plan, no man ever survived. Invisible hands are behind you just now. If you ever win that race against rage, then you became cause it's no man's land. Masters in heavy rain, ultimately fame. Make shots slave, what they done is in vain. Down naked 47, 24/7, but you got 11 persecuted by heaven. Comes with a direction, no indication. You got to let it move first, let it out, let it down, let it inside, let loose, let it jam, depress. Let's get it up. Then what you gonna do is drop a hammer down. Drop rhyme, drop hammer, take it like a labor. You got blood all over, ash all over. Spit it out, some game's over. Tear up the fear, the end is coming in. Spit it out like a spear, I'll burn the dread. No soul, robust, robust, be bust. Justice to the man with no life. Tear up the fear, the end is coming in. Spit it out like a spear, I'll burn the dread. No soul, robust, robust, be bust. Justice to the man with no life.
I will.
There's the man's plan, no man ever survived. Invisible hands are behind you just now. If you ever win that race against rage, then you became cause it's no man's land. Masters in heavy rain, ultimately fame. Make shots slave, what they done is in vain. Down in AK 47, 24/7, but you got 11 persecuted by heaven. Comes with a direction, no indication. You got to let it move first, let it out, let it down, let it inside, let loose, let it jam, depress. Let's get it up. Then what you gonna do is drop a hammer down. Drop rhyme, drop hammer, take it like a labor. You got blood all over, ash all over. Spit it out, some game's over. Tear up the fear, the end is coming in. Spit it out like a spear, I'll burn the dread. No soul, robust, robust, be bust. Justice to the man with no life. Tear up the fear, the end is coming in. Spit it out like a spear, I'll burn the dread.
君はね、確かにあの時私のそばにいた。いつだっていつだっていつだってすぐ横で笑っていた。なくしても取り戻す君を I will never
General Kenobi.
On battle, then I'll take it to the street where there's no rules. Take off the gloves, rip fuse to down. Gotta prove my skills, so get down. My lyrical depths to roll battle, smack down now. Gotta shoot to kill and shoot to skill. Don't you be afraid, man's gotta do how it feels. 60, 70, 80, 9, 10. I flip the script to make it to the top 10. Go.
Kicking rock, I walk away from a sunless room. Windless night, moonlight nights. My ghost wish to go as a room from room. Like free dance, a breathing swirl.
I'm gonna make you dance.
Reminds me that I still live.
Just like that. Every man's gotta fight the fear. On the first to my mission, thoughts provoke the new era. Become a big terror, but my only rival is my shadow. We run the play back and fist my own error. Get low to the ground, it's getting better like I told you before. 4, double up a dead road cheddar. L to the J6, stay laced, here's my car, be royal flush, and I'm the ace.
Hey Ninja. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, this is looking okay on stream. Pretty happy with it. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. That is better. Let me see, make sure auto advance is on for the stream. Yeah, it's looking okay on the stream. So we're going to play Persona 3 FES, because I'm a genius and I'll bite off way more than I can chew. So this will make it 4 RPGs we have currently on the go simultaneously. Right, Ninja. Confirmed. Total genius. See, this is kind of a nice feature, and, like, I don't want to spend the entire game complaining about Persona 5 Royal. So we're going to get most of the complaints out now. So Persona 3 FES is essentially to Persona 3 what Royal was to Persona 5. It's the expanded version, and there is so much added to Persona 3 FES, it is not worth ever going back to original Persona 3. Like, you are just better off playing FES. Even if you're not going to play the Answer chapter, which is an epilogue, a playable epilogue that will last like 40 hours. Even if you're not going to play that, which you probably shouldn't, it's not great. What was added to the base game is well worth it. Okay, so they added new personas and a new special social link. More interactions with other personas, persona users, and social links. Combat has a new hard mode. New weapon fusion, which is an interesting feature. New requests at the Velvet Room to expand Elizabeth's role. Other enhancements that you'll enjoy if you've played the original game. If you haven't, you'll enjoy them anyway, you just won't play them. I think it's a nice feature to, like, give you the option to know what you're actually getting. Continue the game? Yes, I will. I've been debating going through RE1 Director's Cut. Of the original 3, RE1 is, like, the one I'm least familiar with. This is, like, one of my main things. When I complain about Persona 5 Royal, this is one of the main things I point out. If you have save data from the original Persona 3, some things from that save can be transferred over. The things that transfer are just the personas in the compendium, known fusion spell combinations, academics, charm, and courage rankings, items gained from social links that have reached max. Transfer your data? I don't have original Persona 3 data. This is basically what I wanted from Persona 5 Royal, and the lack of it is one of the main reasons why I have no interest in picking up Royal for a long time, until the price drops considerably. A version of RE1 that doesn't suck? Normal, easy, or hard mode? To be honest, I've never played the original Persona 3. My first Persona game was Persona... Technically, the first Persona game I played was Revelations Persona on the PS1. Not really a good place to start, but it was the first Persona game, it was the first game released in the series, and the first game actually released in the West. Oh yeah, no, the standard director's cut, yeah. But we talk about Persona 3, 4, and 5, their style of games. The first Persona game I played was 4. So if I played Persona for the first time, if I played this style of Persona for the first time with 4, then by that measure FES was already out when I first tried this style of game. If I'm gonna recommend any RPGs to you, Ninja, it would be the latter 3 Persona games. If I'm gonna recommend a more old school RPG to you outside of the norm, like Final Fantasy VII or 10 or try Dragon Quest 8 or whatever, it would be Persona 2. Persona 2 is fantastic and incredibly underrated. This setting is intended for experienced gamers because this was like 2006, and Atlas still didn't give a fuck about holding your hand. Certain degree of strategy, once you've begun, this setting cannot be changed without restarting the game. You may end up 30 plus hours into the game and hit a wall. Do you want to continue? Yes. In all honesty though, if you're going to play Persona 3, my recommendation is the PSP version. It lacks some features, but it has a bunch of quality of life stuff that is really good. Time never waits. It delivers all equally to the same end. You who wish to safeguard the future, however limited it may be, you will be given 1 year. Go forth without falter, with your heart as your guide. Time is a factor in Persona. In Personas 3, 4, and 5. It is simultaneously one of its greatest strengths, while also being a potential roadblock. Also, hey Teak, how you doing? What's your experience with Persona, Teak?
Are you serious?
That's what easy modes are for, Ninja. There's no shame in it. I mean, hell, the fact that this game offers an easy mode, I think is a good idea. Final Fantasy VII didn't offer an easy mode. I say Final Fantasy VII is a really... It's a pretty easy JRPG that you never have to grind for, but that's speaking to somebody who is a big JRPG fan. And also beaten Final Fantasy VII multiple times. Yeah, I quite like Joker and Smash. But you're in for some surprises then, Teak, if you keep up with this. Yeah, he's kind of surprising that Persona 3 didn't get more controversy.
We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused by the delay. The next stop is
You know, you say that, Teak, and like... It's amazing how that became more true as the series went on.
This is the final train bound for Tatsumi Port Island. Please make sure you board in time for departure. Iwa Todai. Iwa Todai.
Clock strikes 12. To fit the theme of this game, I should have made the border blue. the predominant colour of Persona 3 is blue. Like, Persona 4 is yellow and Persona 5 is red. Final Fantasy XII was the first numbered Final Fantasy, not counting 11, that I didn't finish. I still haven't finished 12. I have been meaning to go back to it for an extended period, especially since Zodiac Age is out now. That is a future stream one day.
You're late. I've been waiting a long time for you. Now, if you want to proceed, please sign your name there.
The
It's a
biggest
contract.
problem...
Don't worry. All it says is that you'll accept full responsibility for your actions. You know, the usual stuff.
The biggest problem I have with Final Fantasy XII is it was boring. Yeah, the kid is creepy. There's probably a reason for that, but who knows? We're probably not going to find out for like 60 hours. My last name... Hey Cage, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, no, Van is the single most unnecessary protagonist in the entire series. This game gets good in 60 hours. No, I'm kidding. It gets good in like 5 hours, but those first 5 hours are world building, so it's not like it's bad for those first 5 hours. But yeah, Van serves no purpose to 12, and it's really egregious, and the game would have been better served if they'd gone with the original intention of having Bash as the main character, or if they'd kept Rex as the main character, rather than killing him after the tutorial. Because Rex at least has some connection to the plot. You mean how Lightning is there to remind Squall critics that it could be worse? I have to think of a name. Don't ask a woman her age. I'm looking around my room like, what name could I have? And then immediately in front of me is the Genma Onimusha box. And I'm thinking, should I just call myself Akechi? Shaun, I know. That's a different Onimusha. I love Onimusha 3. I had Genma Onimusha as a kid, and I did not enjoy it. And then I picked up... Then I picked up Onimusha 3, and Onimusha 3 is what made me a fan of the series. Onimusha 3 is fantastic. Well, 3 brings back Samanosuke. You know, I'm not sure about this. I want a word for blue that fits into 8 characters. If you guys can give me a word for blue that fits into 8 characters, I'm not fond of the idea of cerulean. No, not exactly 8, but that will fit into 8 characters. I don't like the connotations of navy. It's not a bad idea, but I don't like the connotations of it. See, you say cyan, and I think of Spawn's daughter more than anything else. Lapis. Azure, I have a personal stake against that I don't really want to say any more about. No, cyan is like a palish blue. It's always the problem when you go beyond the standard colour names, red, blue, green, brown, whatever. Trying to remember what exactly various colours are, like teal or maroon. Lapis. I thought lapis was some kind of yellow. Look into that. Nice, deep blue. Why did I think it was yellow? Alright, lapis it is. Thank you, Ninja. You were gonna say blue, Clem. Oh, you were gonna say you thought lapis was blue, not that you wanted the name to be blue. I spelt my name wrong. There we go, Chrono Lapis. It's fine. It's Latin. Yeah, lapis lazuli. I was thinking it was yellow.
Time. It delivers us all to the same end. You can't plug your ears and cover your eyes. And so it begins.
Because of cayenne pepper. Hey, Clem.
Who's there?
Takeba, wait!
And now the cutscene ends and we finally get subtitles.
I didn't think you'd arrive so late. My name is Mitsuru Kirijo. I'm one of the students who live in the storm.
That's a fair way of remembering that Azure is blue.
He's a transfer student. It was a last-minute decision to assign him here. He'll eventually...
I always liked Azula's song. Not the lyrics, but the actual melody of it.
I guess we'll
And
see.
I was really happy when Smash Ultimate had this big orchestral
This is
version as a
Yukari
fight
Takeba.
song.
She'll be a junior this spring, just like you.
Hey,
Why do you have a gun?
huh? Well, it's sorta like a hobby.
This isn't America.
Well, not a hobby, but
You don't get to justify that as a hobby. This is Japan.
You know how it is these days. It's for self-defense. It's not a real gun, of course. It's getting late, so you should get some rest. Your room's on the
You know, I'd
second
be a
floor at the
little
end of
bit
the hall.
worried if
Your things should
somebody...
already be there.
If I asked somebody why they have a gun and they shouted at me, none of your fucking business.
oh, I'll show you the way. Follow me.
Yeah, it is like Nintendo to just pick a name that's a colour in another language. Or I guess it's like Japan to do that. I mean, let's not forget Los Illuminados or Las Plagas.
This is it. Pretty easy to remember, huh? Since it's right at the end of the hall. Oh yeah, make sure you don't lose your key, or you'll never hear the end of it. So, any questions?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything else about the gun then. Feeling kind of unsafe here right now. That kid live here too?
What kid? What are you talking about? come on, it's not funny.
Okay, so the kid is creepy then.
Can I ask you something? On your way here from the station, was everything okay?
What do you mean?
You know what I...
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing that happens
Never
in
mind.
Japanese media
It
that
seems like you're alright.
I hadn't really connected
Well,
with
I better
actual
get going.
Japanese culture, I guess.
I'm
That a lot
sure
of
you still
names are
have
just
other
puns.
questions, but let's save them for later, okay? Good night.
Hmm. I don't think there's that many.
It's
See.
Yukari. Are you awake?
Yeah, like, you say Japanese names are puns, the first thing that springs to mind in my head
Good
is
morning.
Ichigo from
Did you
Bleach.
sleep okay?
Specifically with Ichi
Mitsuru-senpai
and
asked
Go
me to take you to
being
school.
1 and 5,
It's getting
and he has
late,
15
so
written on his door.
are you ready to go?
But then it's also Strawberry. And then, like, the first chapter of
Okay,
Bleach is
then
called
let's go.
Death and the Strawberry. Iwatoda.
So that's it. See? There it is.
Naruto, you say? What character in particular? Because I can't think of one with Naruto. There it is. At Sumiport Island.
Morning. Good morning.
There's a weird thing with Yukari in that
this
in
is it.
cutscenes her hair looks a lot longer than it does on her
Here,
character
welcome
portrait.
to Gekukan High School. Hope you like it.
Act 5 go. Yeah, like you look at her character portrait and her
You should go
model,
see your homeroom teacher
and her hair
first.
looks a lot shorter.
The faculty office is right there.
I
to
can
the
believe
left.
that. I know almost every
And
name
that
in Dragon
concludes the
Ball is
tour.
food.
Do you have any questions before I go? Hey, about last night, don't tell anyone what you saw, okay?
I'm not supposed to tell
See you
anybody that
later.
she has a gun. And he's always at the ramen place. It's kind of on the nose. Bulletin board, you say? I'm being threatened again. Alright, let's see. Where's my name? Now let's try again. Oh, there's a small note. Class F. Cool. Yeah, there's also everybody in Bulma's family is named after underwear. There you go. So, as is kind of common with Persona, a bunch of the people you'll see milling around the school right now are potential social links later. Like that kid, and this girl, and I'm not going to talk to any of them because we'll meet them later. But yeah, there's like Bulma, which is supposed to be Bloomers, Dr. Briefs, Trunks,
11th grade, correct?
Bulla,
Wow,
sometimes
you've
translated
lived
as
in a lot
bra.
of different places. Let's see. In 1999, that was what, 10 years ago?
When we get to the 5th game, Clem.
I'm sorry. I've been so busy I didn't have time to read this beforehand.
Yeah, my parents are dead, you
I'm Miss
insensitive
Toriumi.
prick.
I teach composition. Welcome to our school.
I'm literally gonna be anime Batman.
Wow, such enthusiasm. Have you seen the classroom assignments? You're in 2F. That's my class. But
Wait.
first, we need to go to the auditorium. The welcoming
I
ceremony
don't have a
is
gun,
starting
ninja.
soon. Follow me.
Yukari's got the gun.
As you begin the new school year, I'd like each of you to remember the proverb, if a job's worth doing,
Question 9mm.
it's worth doing well.
So there is a case
When applied
of
to
in
student
Persona
life, this means
asking who the romance I'm gonna choose is. That's not a valid question in Persona 3 because any female that you get into a social link with, you will inevitably end up dating, and it's kind of a problem in Persona 3. You have no option to say no. I don't know, she's got a gun, probably.
I see. I thought you might know, but I guess not. So how well do you know her?
I hear talking. I believe it's someone in Ms. Toriumi's class.
Or the gun, or I'll
Be
tell
quiet.
everybody.
You're going to get me in trouble.
So the opening is kind of long, but not as long as Persona 4.
What's up, dude?
Fuck off.
How's it going?
What do you want?
Oh, come on. Let me introduce myself, at least.
I already don't like you, go away.
I'm Junpei Iori. Nice to meet you. I transferred here when I was in 8th grade. I know how tough it is being the new kid. So wanted to say, hey, see what a nice guy I am?
This is Vic Mignogna.
Hey, it's Yucatan. I didn't think we'd be in the same class again.
At it again, huh? I swear you'll talk to anyone if they'll listen. Did you ever think
Oh
you
god,
might
if
be
I could shoot
bothering
Junpei,
someone?
I so would. Like, of
What?
every character in Persona,
just
I
being
hate
friendly.
Junpei the most.
If you say so. Anyway, it looks like we're in the same homeroom.
It's just a coincidence.
I know, but still, I was a little surprised.
Hello? Are you forgetting that I'm in this class too? By the way, I heard you two came to school together.
Well, to be
this
fair,
morning.
it's a case of, you know,
What's up
I'm a
with
happy
that?
person,
Come
I'm going
on,
through
give me the
life,
dirt.
enjoying life. Then I see Junpei Iori, and I'm like,
What are you talking about? We
You know,
live in
I
the
honestly
same
don't
dorm.
remember if
There's
Junpei is a
nothing going
social
on,
link.
okay?
Possibly.
Why are people even talking about it? Now you have me worried.
Because, like, unlike Persona 4 and 5, not
Hey,
everybody in your
You didn't say
party
anything
is a
to
social
anyone
link.
about, you know what? Did you?
Oh, you mean your gun?
Okay, good. Seriously, don't say anything about last night, alright? What?
You mean the gun?
Last
The gun, right?
night.
Do you mean the gun? The gun, right?
Wait a minute! Don't get the wrong idea! Listen!
See you later,
I
Yukari.
just met him yesterday, and there's
I'm still not
absolutely
gonna tell
nothing
anybody
to
about
that.
your gun.
Jeez. I've gotta go. I've got something to take care of for the archery team. But you better not start any rumors.
You mean rumors about your gun?
Who cares? No one takes rumors seriously anyway. She's so paranoid. But hey, it's your first day here and people are already talking about you. Believe it or not.
Wish I had an
you're
RPG
actually
in my
pretty
bra.
popular. You the man. This is gonna be a fun year. I can feel it.
But yeah, Persona 3 takes a little while to get started, but it is nowhere near as long as Persona 4. Did I decide to go home with Junpei, or did he just tag along? The intro is nowhere near as long as Persona 4, and it's not as segmented as Persona 5's intro is. Ryuji I like way more than Junpei. Like, Ryuji's biggest problem is that he's a loudmouth. But he's actually a likable character with flaws and reasons to be the way he is. Junpei's just a prick. I wouldn't suggest short drop. You know, I started Golden Sun once and played it for like 20 minutes. I've not done many Game Boy Advance RPGs. Oh, you meant a hanging? I thought you meant just walk off a building. Yeah, probably not. I have trouble with the attention spanning games. It's part of the reason why I do the streams. It's Yeah, the Persona music is pretty good. Composed by Shoji Meguro. One of the problems you can have with the remakes of the first 3 Persona games, Persona 1, Persona 2 Innocent Sin, and Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, is Shoji Meguro didn't originally compose those games, but he did for the remakes, and so the tone of them is completely different and it doesn't really fit. But it does fit these games, and it's good stuff. Long walk off a tall cliff. Unfortunately, there isn't any cliffs around. Tatsumi Port Island is a completely man-made island. Alright, well, I'm going to bed. I'm gonna pee first, though. So, who in the chat has played Persona 3? I know Klim has only done 5. I feel refreshed. My condition has become great. This is a system that will be dropped in the sequels. It also doesn't help me because we're not going into a dungeon tonight. Alright, I'm going to bed. Yes, I will. I felt great a minute ago. That's kind of a shame.
I'm going out for a bit.
Hey, Liam O'Brien.
Didn't you see the newspaper? There's a lot going on.
With Persona 3 and 4 only being available as PS2 games, if you have access to the US PSN, you can get both 3 and 4 as Persona 2 classics. As a Persona 2 classic, PS2 classics. It's not the best way to play them, but it is a way to play them. And like, I think since Persona 5 came out and the popularity of the series really jumped, 3 and 4 have become expensive to pick up.
I'm just getting a little practice.
It's good music. Put it on your phone, Ninja.
This isn't a game, Akihiko.
A Vita is not a bad idea. You can get all of the Persona games up to 5, except 5. You can get the remake of Persona 1, the remake of Innocent Sin. If you have access to the US PSN, you can get the PS1 version of Eternal Punishment. You can get Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden. Like, people rag on... Yeah, it's gone stupidly priced. I picked my copy up years ago for like a tenner. People will rag on Persona 3 Portable mostly because it removes the overworld navigation and the anime cutscenes. And all the story sequences and stuff plays out like a visual novel instead. It's kind of a visual downgrade because of that, but the dungeons are all intact, and it has so many quality of life improvements from Persona 4. I would recommend, like, if you didn't play FES first, go with Portable. These are just names to me later. I'd love to show him up, but doing this actually gets me charm, I think. I didn't say you could call me without an honorific. You will call me Lapis-san. We are not that close. It's incredibly rude, Junpei. I'm calling you Junpei specifically because I want to be rude. Prick. Behold, some of the places we'll be visiting later in the game. Call me on a Christian name. Well, no, the way the games have you put your name in, it's Junpei is still alive. We'll fix that one day. The way the Persona game, the way the Shin Megami Tensei series does the name inputs, it's last name then first name in the traditional Japanese manner.
Oh, he's back.
I love the opening for this because it means that I don't have to pay attention for an extended period. I can just keep taking sips of my drink.
Good evening. My name is Shuji Ikutsuki. I'm the chairman of the board for your school. Ikutsuki. Hard to say, isn't it?
No,
that's why I don't
it's
like
really
introducing
not.
myself. Even I get tongue-tied sometimes. Please, have a seat.
Oh shit, I didn't realise I put Final Fantasy 13 on.
I apologize about the confusion regarding your accommodations. However, it may take a while longer before you receive the proper room assignment. Is there anything you'd like to ask?
Yeah, why did Yukari have a gun?
To welcome you, of course.
She had a gun to welcome
well,
me?
To be honest, I do have other business here. Speaking of which, where's Mitsuru, Yukari?
She's upstairs.
As diligent as always. Although it doesn't hurt to come down and say
I
hello.
think Persona 3 does have the Japanese honorifics.
There were only 4 students in this dorm. You,
Oh
Yukari
god,
here,
not gun club.
and a senior named Akihiko Sanada. I hope
I'm
you all
pretty
get along.
sure Yukari refers to
Any other
Mitsuru and
questions?
Akihiko as senpai. Just a shotgun in her purse. The other night I saw Yukari use a gun.
You saw something strange. Like what?
Like Yukari having a gun.
You were probably just tired. I wouldn't worry about it.
No, she was going to shoot me with her gun.
Do you have another question?
No, I'm good.
Then I hope you have a successful school year. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Oh,
you must
bye.
be tired from all the excitement. You should go to bed early.
Listen, buddy, you're not
As
my
they say,
cat.
the early bird catches the bookworm. Please forgive the pun.
Yeah, that Akutsuki, that's the sound of nobody else laughing.
You'll get used to his lame jokes.
Meanwhile, in my bed, I'll feel safe when my teacher has a gun.
Working hard?
Or hardly
how's he
working. Well, he was masturbating for 5 hours, but then he finally went to sleep. Maybe putting cameras in a teenage boy's bedroom was a bad idea.
Mr. Chairman, do you think he's...
Well, let's wait and see for now. The dark hour is approaching.
Those Bayside Rockers. sure to tune in again next
Come
week.
on, let's take
KJ.
out.
You said it.
Totally.
The
There's nothing a
preceding
few
program
beers
was
won't
brought to you by
do.
Cerrito Electronics, bringing you the future. At the sound of the tone,
haven't
the
seen her.
time will be 12 o'clock
Excuse me.
a.m.
The dark hour is when Pornhub actually shows like the premium videos featuring Ebony stars and BBCs. Shows the premium videos for free. That's the dark hour. That was a sound. You are right, Teak.
He's still sleeping.
We're in the dark hour right now. It says there at the top
dark
right.
hour occurs every day at 12 midnight. You could say it's the hidden hour.
Yeah, they already know this.
During
Why are you
time,
explaining it to them?
An ordinary person transmogrifies into a coffin and is oblivious to all that occurs.
Then he must be...
As you can see, he's retained his human form.
It's weird that he
He's
explains
asleep,
this now
but he's
to them,
definitely experiencing the
because they
dark
should
hour.
know this.
The only question
And it would
that
make more
remains
sense for them
is
to
whether or
explain it
not he has
later
the
when I
potential.
learn this.
Although he must. If he didn't, they would have preyed on him by now.
scary.
In any case, we should continue to monitor him for a few more days.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, if you
feel
ever wake
kinda
up in the
bad,
morning and
though,
your bed's
spying on
broken,
him
that's
like
because you
this.
turned into a coffin during the dark hour. Meanwhile, in a state between consciousness and unconsciousness,
Welcome to the Velvet Room, my dear young man.
his voice will be weird to you if you've played Persona 5 first. But this is the voice Igor has
My
in
name is
Persona 3 and
Igor.
4.
I am delighted to make your acquaintance. This is Elizabeth. She's a resident here, like myself.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, she's
This
cuter than
place
Margaret.
exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It's been years since we've had a guest.
You're allowed to talk about the previous Persona games?
Only those who have signed the contract can enter this place. Henceforth, you shall be welcome here in the Velvet Room. You are destined to
Well,
hone your unique ability.
You know,
and
I
you will require
don't
my
actually have
help
much
to
experience
do
with
so.
Soul Eater Teak.
I only
The way I've
ask
seen it,
one
the way I
thing
justified it with
in
Persona
return,
5 is
that you
particularly
abide
with how
by
the
contract
assistant and the
and
layout of the
assume
Velvet Room
responsibility
changes
for the choices
depending on
you
who's
make.
there. For example, in 3, it's an elevator and Elizabeth. In 4, it's a limo and Margaret. In 5, it's a jail and Caroline and Justine.
That's fine.
So the
for
way
me.
I always interpret Persona 5
Hold on
is
to this.
specifically you register ego very differently.
Till we meet again.
The room is different, the attendants are different, and ego is very different. The idea that you influence the Velvet Room itself, you feel like the world is against you at the start of Persona 5, and that influences ego. There is an actual in-game explanation, but it's spoilers. I've been meaning to read Soul Eater. We're not friends. I think you need to piss off. We're not friends. I heard the anime had a terrible ending, but I've never really heard anything about the ending for the manga. Day 3 and Junpei is getting ever closer. Good old Japan, you say. Guess we won't be talking about World War II then. Of the manga or the anime? So this is something that can happen in class. On the anime, fair enough. Every now and then you'll get the option to go to sleep or stay awake. If you stay awake, you'll raise your academics. If you go to sleep, you can raise your condition from good to great, or from sick to good. And it can be really helpful. It's nice that both options have purpose. I've got the manga there to read, but got a bunch of manga I need to read. Seven Deadly Sins ended recently, and I want to start reading it now. Junpei keeps following me. I wish he'd leave me alone. He smells and his hat is stupid. Meanwhile, in the Dark Tower. Yeah, they've got it on Netflix. But the last anime I watched on Netflix was absolute trash.
The same as last night.
And I heard that it actually diverged quite a lot from the manga anyway. That anime was Tokyo Ghoul. Don't watch Tokyo Ghoul.
Very interesting.
The first
Even
season
those
was
who
actually
have
kind
the
of
potential
kind of
tend to be
decent and
unstable
interesting.
at first.
The second season
Memory
was
loss,
not.
Disorientation. But this subject is rather unique. He hasn't exhibited any of the common symptoms.
Your mom is kind of unique.
But we're treating him like a guinea pig.
Oh no, that's just because we're in the Matrix.
I understand your concern, but it's imperative that we recruit new members. I heard he's your classmate. Wouldn't you be more comfortable working with someone from the same grade?
Yeah, like I said, with the
Yeah,
manga
I
having
guess.
ended,
But
I'm probably
still.
gonna read it. It's the big problem. Like I watched
Command room.
One Punch Man,
Is that you, Akihiko?
and One Punch Man's first season was fantastic. The animation was great. It was funny. The music was really good. And then it took years for a second season. I was like, I just started reading the manga instead.
Does that mean
It's
he's
like
doing
how
nothing here?
Bleach.
Mr. Chairman,
Bleach kept going
let's
on
suspend our
breaks
observation
to
for
do
now.
filler.
We'll prepare for battle.
It's like there was the Grinjo fight in
Be
Bleach,
careful.
and then it went on a filler arc, and then it came back, had like 20 episodes, and then went on 2 consecutive filler arcs. And at that point, I just stopped watching it and started reading the manga instead.
Akihiko!
The season idea that anime has implemented recently has been really nice in that we don't have that much filler.
I'm all right.
But it also
Get
becomes
ready to
kind
be
of disappointing in
surprised.
that
It'll be here any second.
a season ends and you just want more.
This is no time to joke around.
It's one of them, Akihiko?
Yes, but not an ordinary one.
You know, I'm not going to disagree with you, Teak. The problem was where the filler was placed.
You've got to be kidding me.
Like the
Mr. Chairman,
Amagai arc
please
that
head for
followed
the
the
command
Grimjo
room.
fight
Tuck,
wasn't great,
go upstairs
but the
and wake him
placement
up.
was
Then
okay.
escape out the back.
The Grimjo fight had ended.
But what about you two?
We'll
but
stop
2
it
filler arcs that followed.
You let it
It was
to
like,
us, Akihiko,
jeez.
so I'm afraid you'll have to fight.
Because it finally builds up. The captains arrive in Hueco Mundo.
What are you waiting for, Yukari? Go!
Orihime is kidnapped again. And Ichigo finally gets to Ulquiorra, and we're about to have the big fight. And then it's like, hey, we're going to be doing 2 filler arcs now. It's like, you know what, fuck this. It's like, imagine if Dragon Ball Z had decided to go into a filler arc just before the Goku versus Majin Vegeta fight.
Sorry, I'm coming in.
Boy, it's a good thing I went to bed in my school uniform.
I don't have time to explain. We have to get out of here now.
Okay, you're the one with the gun.
Hurry, downstairs. We'll leave through the back door. Wait. Take this, just in case.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Don't I get a gun? Yeah, Saitei Kubo definitely burnt out. I think it's the problem when you're doing a weekly manga for years on end. With like I think they get like 2 breaks of a year from weeks. With Golden Week and possibly Christmas.
Be careful. There's more than one enemy.
Teak, she's got a gun. There's nothing I can do.
Isn't the one Akihiko saw.
What?
Oh, that's not good. Who is it?
Let's pull back.
Okay. You've got a gun, Yukara. How many floors does this building have?
What was that?
It sounded like a glass breaking.
It's getting closer. Keep moving, hurry.
You know, I've been meaning to ask you, Kari, and this might not be the best time, but we might be about to die, so I don't think there may not be another time. Why do you have a lock on your neck?
I think we're okay for now.
Yeah, we're definitely safe on the roof. You know, vampires can buy other places. See, in the Dark Hour, there's just blood on the floor. Chastity choker. I love how... like, Persona 4 and Persona 5 don't do this. Persona 3 opens up really fucked up there. Like, this entire thing is really creepy and off-putting.
We call them shadows.
Yukari, it looks like you don't know how to use a gun.
Go on.
There. Wait.
Don't worry, Clem. I got this.
persona.
That's how you do it.
Thou art I, and I am thou. From the sea of thy soul I cometh. I am Orpheus, master of strings.
Not edgy enough. Let me reconfigure this, make it a little more edgy. There we go. Thanatos! Welcome back, Orpheus. Our base persona is Orpheus.
What on earth is that?
That is better than yours. Yeah, I guess, just with less swords.
Is it over?
And our first introduction to mass destruction. Sort of 3, 4, and 5 but all have great battle themes. And it's kind of a thing, 3, 4, and 5 have better main battle themes than they do boss themes. Yeah, but at least this one didn't stab me. I mean, I shot myself in the head. Orpheus has leveled up. That's right. I'm cool.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Oh, come on. Say something.
Are you all right?
No.
Can you hear me? Please. Answer me.
Chrono. 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 Do 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 do. Do do do. What up, Ego? Did you know my persona was going to be Orpheus? Is that why this chair looks like a heart?
Unconscious after awakening to your power. It's nothing to worry about, though. So just relax. By the way,
Speaking of Ego,
I see that it was Orpheus that heeded your
I
calling.
think
That power
like
is
part of the
called a
reason
persona.
for
It is a manifestation
Ego's
of your
voice being
psyche.
different in Persona 5, like real world reason,
It may take some time to fully comprehend.
His Japanese voice actor died after Persona 4.
Is a facet of your personality.
Like, if you watch the Japanese version of Persona 4, the animation, all of Igor's lines are taken from the game because his voice actor died.
Many hardships. That being said,
it's also the same reason why all the new stuff that happens in Persona 4 Golden is explained by Margaret instead of Igor.
Use your persona ability. You must channel your inner strength. The ability evolves as you develop your social links, your emotional ties with others. The stronger your social links, the more powerful your persona ability. Please remember that. Now then, time marches on in your world. I shouldn't keep you here any longer. Next time we meet, you will come here of your own accord.
Cool.
Until then, farewell.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
You're awake.
There are jokes you can make about various people having bigger noses, but... Why are you here?
Thank goodness you finally came to.
That's not an answer.
How much sleep do you need? It's been a whole week. I was so worried about you. You saved my life, you know? So I couldn't just leave you here.
Well, at least you finally answered.
The doctor couldn't find anything wrong with you. He said you were just exhausted. But you kept sleeping.
Yeah, it was tiring carrying you.
You know how worried I was?
Carrying this entire party.
I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. Even though I was supposed to protect you, But your power, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was fucking sick.
The power you used, we call it persona.
Yeah, I already said
and those
persona.
creatures you defeated are shadows, our enemy.
Like, do you call it persona because that's what you decided to call it, or do you call it persona because you all immediately thought when you summoned them persona?
I wanted to tell you that I'm sort of like you.
You're a guy?
My dad died in an accident when I was little.
Oh, okay.
My mom and I aren't exactly on good terms. You're all alone too, right? To be honest, I already know about your past. But it didn't seem fair, so I wanted you to know about mine.
Yeah, it seems like a violation of privacy, Yukara.
It was back in '99. There was a big explosion in the area. Supposedly, my dad died in the blast, but nobody really knows what happened.
Nobody knows how my father died in the blast.
Run by the Kirijo group. So, I'm hoping that if I stick around long enough, I'll find out something. That's why I'm going to Gekkoukan High, and why I was there when this happened to you. Of course, I panicked and wasn't much help. It was my first time fighting them too. I'm sorry. You wouldn't have to go through all this if I wasn't such a coward.
I died in the blast 2 years ago. This is actually set further than it was made. 2011, maybe? I don't remember. It's not your fault, but I wasn't scared.
Thanks. But still. Here I am
because I'm so
telling you
fucking
all this
awesome.
The minute you wake up. While I was waiting, I thought to myself, I've been hiding so many things from him.
Yukari, my head
As
is
soon as he
clipping
wakes
through
up,
the pillow.
I'll tell him the truth. So, thanks for listening. I've been wanting to share that story with someone for a long time. Alright, I'm gonna get going. I'll let the others know you woke up. Take it easy, okay? Be a good patient. And
Tell
don't
me what to
hesitate to
do.
call the nurse.
I'll call
I'm
the
sure
nurse.
she'll take good care of you.
I'll call the nurse. So I missed a week of school. Oh, it's 2009. Alright. Oh, hey Yukari, you're not Junpei, so I'm okay talking to you before school. Yeah, doctor said I'm perfectly fine now. Said I'm the coolest dude he's ever seen. He's going to be making jokes, because if he's going to be making more jokes, I'm not going to be there. Is that helmet school regulation? What were the style of houses in the Jomon period called? Anybody know the answer? Junpei, I'm like 2 meters away from you. You can't just whisper to me without anybody noticing. Well, I'm not taking you on a Family Feud, Ninja. Nope. What were the houses in the Jomon period called? Mud huts, caves, or elevated houses? Yeah, but like you could say I'm married to your sister or something, and that would qualify me to get on there because apparently you don't actually have to be related to go on Family Feud as part of a family. It's like, yeah, no. I'm me. This is my wife. Her father. My dog. And Larry from across the street. I don't know, he didn't say. You know that's going to come up on an exam. The one in the lounge, you were told to go to the 4th floor, you decided to go out instead. I'm a teenager, I can do what I want. That's the kind of talk that gets you a spanking. And not the nice kind of spanking, the bad spanking involves sticks. What I'm saying is I'm going to hit you with sticks. Robot sticks. What's on TV? What's on our 1950s television set? That was weird. You guys just see the screen shake? The controller vibrated with it. Oh, okay. Okay. Things got kinda weird. Alright, so the 4th floor. Hello! So now you're gonna tell me why you had a gun?
Ah, there you are. I'm glad that you're okay. The reason I asked you here is because I needed to talk to you.
No, you didn't.
Please, have a seat.
Yeah, no, it's fine, you coward. You take the couch. It's not like I ever back back. Fine.
I believe I mentioned him earlier, but this is Akihiko.
How you doing?
Okay, let me start off by asking you this. Would you believe me if I said that a day consists of more than 24 hours?
You know, to be honest with you, Akutsuki, I wouldn't believe anything you said.
Do you remember the night you came here? You had to have noticed the signs. The streetlights went out, nothing was working, there were coffins everywhere.
I thought it was a
Didn't
festival.
it feel like you were in a different time? That's the dark hour, a time period hidden between one day and the next.
I thought it was a weird festival you people do on this island. Between.
It occurs each night as the clock strikes 12. It'll happen tonight and every night to come.
Normal people don't realize it, since they're all sleeping inside their coffins. But that's not what makes the dark hour so interesting. You saw those creatures. We call them shadows. They only appear during the dark hour and attack anyone not in a coffin. It's our job to defeat them. Sounds exciting, huh?
Akihiko, why are you always like that? You just got hurt the other day.
Now, he does his work well.
Was he though?
Long story short, we're the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad, SEAS for short. On paper, we're classified as a school club, but in reality, this group is dedicated to defeating the shadows. Mitsuru is the leader. I'm the club advisor.
We're actually a
shadow
registered club.
The victim becomes a living corpse. They're responsible for most
mean-
of the
you mean a
incidents on the
zombie?
news, if not all of them.
Do you fight them with guns?
Although rare, there are those who can function during the dark hour. Some may even awaken to a power that enables them to fight the shadows.
You
That's
mean
Persona,
guns?
the power you used the other night.
Oh, the power of the gun.
The shadows can only be defeated by Persona users.
You mean gun users?
Which means it's all up to you guys.
You guys who can use guns.
What he's trying to say is, we want you to join us. We've prepared an evoker for you. We'd like you to lend us
So
your
I
strength.
get that, okay, you want the case for the gun, but you've also put an armband in the case. Kind of weird.
Don't think too much. Just hang out with us for a while.
Please, we need your help.
Seriously, it really sounds like a
You can't
club
ask
that
him
just
like
gets together
that.
for guns.
Who could say no? I mean, it'd be nice if he joined, but
Then now, as long as I get a cool gun.
Thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
I'll take mine as a Desert Eagle.
Thank you so much. I'm really glad.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, I
15,
almost
but you know, I
forgot.
feel like I
About
could
your
hold a
room
Desert
assignment.
Eagle and not break my arms.
Why don't you just stay here, in your current room? I
Don't
know
tell
what
me
the
how to
holdup
choose my
is,
guns.
But I guess it worked out in the end.
hold up. Wasn't that? Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter.
So
anymore.
the gun is the evoker. The evoker is a gun, a special kind of gun. It's kind of a little disappointing, I guess, that you only ever see evokers in the shape of pistols. Yeah, we don't sell those here. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, they missed opportunity for a bit of comedy. It's like how Persona 4 has the glasses that Teddy makes so people can see in the fog. And he has the joke glasses that he gives to Yukiko. And Persona 4 Golden made those into glasses you can just give to people. And it's kind of funny. It's kind of a shame Persona 3 never does anything like that. Like, you recruit somebody later and their evoker is an M60.
Hi, how are you?
Like, they're just running around trying to put an LMG to their head and pull the trigger. Did you knock next time?
We've met before.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me
the
your name.
end will come. I remembered, so I thought I should tell you.
Oh, I see. You're going to end up being Rorschach.
Really? If you say so. To be
Kid,
honest,
it's midnight.
I can't tell you
I'm
much about it
tired.
yet.
I have school in the morning. I'd like you to go away so I can get some sleep.
Looks like you've awakened to your power.
Need my
And an
power to use a
unusual
gun.
power it is. A power
Right,
that
using
takes
guns is
many
an unusual
forms,
power.
Yet is bound by none.
You're right,
It
guns
may
can
prove
have
to
many
be your
forms.
salvation, depending on where you end up.
Guns could be my salvation. That kid just disappeared.
Do you remember when we first met?
Kid, stop teleporting.
I expect you to honor your commitment. I'll be watching you, even if you forget about me. Okay,
Great, so
then.
now I can't masturbate.
See you later.
I'm gonna have to pin that to my wall. Make sure I don't forget. The kid is watching you masturbate. To be fair, you probably feel safer on Pornhub. It's like, okay, you can... Kid catches you watching Pornhub. It's something growing boys need to do.
Can you come down
What
here?
you need to be worried about is kid finds you watching the really nasty shit on
Okay,
Pornhub.
He's here now.
So, like, for the next
what's this
year,
all
we're
about?
not allowed to
There's someone I want to
check out the
introduce.
nasty stuff.
Hey, hurry up.
It has to be very
Hold
basic.
your horses. This is freaking heavy.
Junpei? Why is he here? Wait, don't tell me.
This is Junpei Iori from Class 2F. He'll be staying here as of today.
What's up?
I don't like him already.
He's staying here? You've got to be kidding me.
I bumped into him the other night.
Yeah, it's basically what we should do. Be like, yeah, okay, you're recruiting Junpei? Cool. Here's the evoker back. Here's your armband.
You have
And
the
moving
potential?
dormitories.
For real?
He found me crying like a baby at the convenience store, surrounded by a bunch of coffins. I don't remember much, but man, that's embarrassing. He said that's, you know, completely normal in the beginning. Like being
Well, right.
confused and not remembering anything. Did you guys know that?
No, it didn't happen to me.
Big deal. It happens to everyone else.
Yeah, which means I'm special.
I was shocked to find out about you guys. I had no idea. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It could get kind of lonely, you know? I'll
Yeah,
bet
it
you're
also
still
means
too,
you're
right?
not special,
Having me
Junpei.
join?
Huh? Yeah.
Well, enough with the introductions.
Yeah, the less he
I think
speaks,
we're
the
about
happier I'll
ready.
be.
We're gonna go do something? Sweetness!
With this many people, we can start exploring that place.
You mean Tartarus?
Tartarus? What's that? Sounds like toothpaste.
We believe we can find the reason for the dark hour there.
I
hope so.
The chairman will give us the details tomorrow night, so be ready.
Oh, no, it's cool. I didn't have plans. Like I was going to play Yu-Gi-Oh! With some other friends. Fine. Don't worry about it. Morning assembly, you say? Bam, bam, bam. Junpei, I don't like you. Stop talking to me.
I thought I was gonna fall asleep in there.
So one of the best things you can get with
Can I have a minute?
Persona 3 Portable. Persona 3 Portable adds the ability to play as a female protagonist. And there's a bunch of differences to your day-to-day life as a result of being a high school girl instead of a high school boy. One of them is Junpei isn't your designated best friend. Yukari is your designated best friend instead. And boy, if that isn't just like one of the best things ever.
She's probably busy with things like student council, unlike us.
Ooh, Yucatan.
Really is, although
hostility?
no, Junpei isn't a romance
Well, it's
option.
not that I don't like her. She's just...
Yeah, no, so it definitely is a step up in like every way. Don't even have to be friends with Junpei. You were told to come back early today, so you told your friends you couldn't join in the weekly Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament. It's a shame, because you just built a Blackwing deck that you were hoping to piss off one of those dudes with. Blackwing decks are shit. Walked home with Junpei pretending to laugh at his jokes in the hope that maybe he'd finally shut up. It didn't work.
Okay, everybody's here. I'd like your undivided attention. For a long time, Mitsuru and Akihiko were the only Persona users we had.
And then in the space of like a
That
week, we got
number
3
recently
more.
jumped to 5.
It's really convenient.
Therefore, starting tonight at 12 a.m., I'd like to commence the exploration of Tartarus.
Sorry, I asked this yesterday, but what's this Tartarus thing again?
You haven't seen it, Junpei?
It's no surprise, since it only appears during the dark hour.
The dark hour?
Just like the shadows. Interesting, huh? And it's the perfect place for us to train. You can think of it as a shadow nest.
Whoa. Their nest, huh?
For those of you who have played Persona 5, Tartarus
Senpai,
is
about your
essentially what Mementos was in
Since
Persona
Akihiko hasn't
5,
fully recovered yet, he'll
but
only come as far as
actually
the
good for
entrance.
leveling up.
Yeah, I know.
Because, you know, Mementos was
Well, I'm
absolute
sure you won't
garbage for
complain,
grinding.
as long as you don't go too far in.
Because every time
Since
you
we're
went
dealing
anywhere in
with
Mementos, the shadows would
Tartarus
always be
isn't
lower
something we
level
can
than you.
avoid.
Relax, I've got your backs.
Fuck off, Junpei.
I'm not so sure about this.
What about you, Mr. Chairman?
I'll stay here. As you know, I can't summon a persona.
You know, I didn't know that. It would have been nice to find out in a better place.
This is it? This is the place? Why here?
Just wait a few minutes.
Because you have to learn
It's
Junpei.
almost midnight.
It's close to midnight, and something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, your school transforms into a labyrinth. To be fair, I do get Soul Eater out of this. Like, from the little Soul Eater that I actually know.
This is Tartarus, the labyrinth that reveals itself during the dark hour.
Labyrinth? What are you talking about?
Which means
What
maze,
happened to our
Junpei.
school?
I forgot big words were too hard
Once
for
the
you.
dark hour passes, everything returns to normal.
This is the nest you were talking about? But why? Why'd our school turn into a giant tower?
Good question.
You don't know either?
No.
I'm sure it's complicated. Who cares anyway? It's not
Persona
like that we
9.
change our minds about fighting.
No one's gonna
Well,
save you from the
maybe
shadows
now
about
we'll
to
find
strike.
out.
You know, it's Persona.
Mitsuru and I have
Persona
only gone
9.
in to take a peek. This'll be our first time exploring it. Exciting, isn't it? There has to be some sort of clue in here about the Dark Hour.
Akihiko, I respect your enthusiasm, but you won't be accompanying us today.
You won't be joining us, Akihiko, until we've beaten at least 2 bosses.
I know, you don't have to remind me.
We need to start the party small and then work up to a larger party makeup to establish growth. Why is there a bike already in here?
Whoa. It's just as cool on the inside.
But it sure is creepy.
This is only the entrance. The labyrinth lies beyond the doorway at the top of the stairs.
Ooh.
First, we'll have you three get a feel for this place. Why don't you go have a look around?
What? By ourselves?
Okay.
We're not asking you to go very far. And I'll be feeding you information from here.
So you two didn't plan on coming in the first place?
That's right. We're also going to appoint a leader to make any necessary decisions.
Wonder who that'll be.
For real? One of us? Oh, me, pick me.
No.
You're in charge.
That's right. Suck it, Junpei.
But wait, why him? He doesn't look like a leader.
So one of my biggest problems with Junpei
he
is
has
because
fought
he
them before.
wasn't made the leader, he's going to make stupid decisions for
Seriously?
an extended period of the game
That's
in an
true,
attempt
but
to
there's another
compensate.
reason. You two. Can you summon your persona without any
Stupidly
difficulties
jealous
like he can?
of us being the leader.
Yeah, of course I can.
I think so.
These are shadows we're talking about here. Without your persona, you're screwed.
I'm aware of that.
Suck it, Junpei. Little bitch. Alright guys, I'm just gonna go to this door and use a key that I got in my dreams. Don't worry about it.
I've been waiting for you. The time has come for you to wield your power. The tower that you are about to venture into? How did it come to be? For what purpose does it exist?
And how vulnerable is it to
you are
guns?
not yet capable of answering these questions. That is why you must be made aware of the nature of your power.
Yeah, that door.
It leads here, although no one but you can see it.
Oh, great.
Your
So people are
power
going to
is
think I'm
unique.
crazy for going to this door then.
It's like the number 0. It's empty, but at the same time holds infinite possibilities. You, my boy, are able to possess multiple personas, and
The
some of them
power
as
of the
needed.
wild card.
And when you have defeated your enemies, you will see the faces of possibility before you. There may be times when they are difficult to grasp, but do not fear. Seize what you have earned. Your power will grow accordingly. Be sure to keep that in mind. My spare time will soon be scarce. But please, come again of your own accord. I'll tell you then about my true role, the manner in which I can best assist you.
What other business do you have,
farewell.
Igor?
Hey, are you alright?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm just looking at this door that you guys can't see.
Yeah, what's
that
up?
I opened
You
with a
look like
key
a
that I took
zombie.
from my dreams.
Don't tell me you just dozed off. You're like that coach who fell asleep during the championship game.
Junpei, I will
Man,
leave you
you're
in the
supposed to be
tower.
our leader.
Cut him some slack. If nothing's wrong, then let's get going.
Seriously, I will leave you. You can now play the game. It's been like an hour and a half. Like I say, Persona 4, way longer than this on its intro. Alright. They have no real experience in battle. Are they in my party? They are in my party. Yeah, they're both level 1. Alright. Hey, it's rock and roll. Going into Tartarus for the first time. Like I say, Mementos is very similar in Persona 5. But Tartarus is actually the main way you're going to gain levels in this game.
So, this is it.
While
huh?
Mementos in Persona 5 is
I don't get
really
lost.
bad for leveling up. I don't know if they changed that in Royal though.
Whoa, is that you, Senpai?
Yeah, she's using this little device called a radio. Junpei.
Wait,
Fucking moron.
you mean you can see inside here?
It's my persona's ability. I'd like to join you, but the
It's my
structure
Persona's
of
ability
Tartarus
to
changes from
put
day
a
to day.
camera on you guys and have a
That's
live
why
feed.
outside support is imperative.
Well, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
Now, based on your current location, you can expect to encounter enemies at any minute. They shouldn't be too tough, but proceed with caution.
So yeah, the floor, the layout of each floor changes
Right.
each day. I don't know if there are set patterns for each day. It would make sense if there is,
She always liked that.
but I don't know. Treasure chest. Yeah, I also detected a shadow in front of me thanks to the map. Stabby. You're used to hearing baby, 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 boo.
But nevertheless, you have minimal combat experience. Would you like me to explain the basics of battle?
Would you guys like to learn the basics of battle?
The primary offensive options available to you in battle are attack and skill. Attack
Well, this is the
corresponds to
first real
weapon
battle
you
we're getting
equip,
into,
while
Teak.
skill relates to your persona's abilities. Those skills consume either stamina or spiritual power. They tend to have a greater effect. Use whichever option best
Everything we've
suits
done
the
up until
situation.
now, we had one battle that was basically a guaranteed win.
Defeated the enemy, but pay careful
But now
attention
we're
to your
actually
stamina.
in the
That's
proper
it for now.
scenario.
Did you get all that?
Yes.
Okay, then I want you to defeat the enemy before you. Try using both the skill and attack options.
Okay, so the basic idea with Persona is to hit enemy weaknesses. The enemy was weak to fire.
Here's our chance. Let's get him.
When all enemies in a combat encounter are knocked down through either hitting their weaknesses or critical, hitting them all with a critical, as long as they're all down, you then gain the ability for an all-out attack. That is the goal of every combat encounter. Yeah, the way the Evokers work, and it's a unique thing in the Persona series because they don't bring it back. In Persona 3, you shoot yourself in the head with the Evoker, which isn't a real gun, but it simulates the idea of shooting yourself in the head, which creates a rush of adrenaline that allows you to summon your Persona. In Persona 4, you crush Persona cards. In Persona 5, you rip your mask off. Like I say, it's kind of surprising this game
Now's a good
didn't
time
get
for me
any
to
kind of
explain about
controversy.
attack properties, which are important to consider during battle. Do you want to know more?
I'm guessing Ninja wants to know more.
Nearly every type of attack is associated with a particular property. For example, swords can be used to do slash attacks, while bows are used to do pierce attacks. Skills, on the other hand, have different properties. Bufu, for instance, indicates an ice attack. Now, most enemies are vulnerable to certain types of attacks. In other words,
I hope you
they have
guys are making
weaknesses.
notes over which spell
Fire
does
skill
which
will
kind
deal
of
greater
elemental damage.
to an enemy that's weak against fire. With my power, I can analyze an enemy to determine its weaknesses and strengths. That falls under tactics.
That's actually a fair point. I forgot about the Analyze ability in Persona 3.
The enemies we're facing have a weakness.
I'm used to the way...
Why don't you give it a try?
It's fine, it saves me explaining shit. We press L1 and we can choose to scan an enemy. Mitsuru will get back to us in a couple of turns. That's a critical.
The enemy is down. Keep attacking.
Persona 3, we don't actually control our party.
The enemy's weakness is fire.
So now that a couple of turns have passed, Mitsuru's come back to us with a full analysis of this enemy, showing that it is specifically weak to fire and nothing else, but it also has no resistances.
Last one.
This thing won't give up.
So we're here with Aji.
You attacked the enemy's weak
We knock down the only enemy on the field and we go into an all-out attack.
You have the potential to grow even stronger.
To be fair, the battle tutorials don't last that long. They explain necessary stuff in pieces over the space of a few battles. Because the battle system is actually fairly simple. The depth of the battle system primarily comes from how many variables there are.
Were you able to exploit the enemy's weakness in the last battle?
But the system itself is actually fairly simple. Yeah, sure.
An enemy will lose its balance if you exploit its weakness or land a critical hit. This will give you the opportunity to perform an additional action. In other words, you'll get to do one more thing. You can keep attacking the same enemy, or if you prefer, attack a different target. And if you succeed in knocking another enemy off balance, then you can act yet again. Which means you can remain on the offensive for as long as you can keep this up. This strategy is essential to securing victory. However, remember this. An enemy that's already lost its balance cannot be knocked off balance again. You can't knock down someone who's lying on the ground, right? It's the same idea. Now, to knock an enemy off balance, you need to know its weaknesses. So don't hesitate to ask me for an analysis. I'll be sure to share the results with the others as well. Got it? Then proceed
Got it
with
memorized.
that. Use what you've learned to quickly dispose of the enemy. You attacked the enemy's weak point.
So we use Agi to knock that guy down because we know it's the weakness. If we use Agi on it again, it's not going to knock it down, and we won't get another turn. But if we do it on an enemy that isn't knocked down, hit the weakness, we get another turn. And we do it on the third enemy, knock it down. All three enemies are down. That gives us the ability to do an all-out attack, which is a stronger attack that hits everything. The end goal of every battle is basically to try and pull off an all-out attack, because all-out attacks are almost guaranteed to be stronger. There's a few enemies that the all-out attack may not be the best thing for, because they may have high physical defense, but for the most part, all-out attack should be your goal in every fight. This is shuffle time. After battle, you will occasionally blah. So essentially, we'll choose one of these cards. Left to right, we have Pixie, Coin, Cup, Coin. Gaining Pixie will give us the Pixie persona. Getting the Coin will give us extra money from that battle. Getting the Cup will replenish some of our HP. I'm going to choose Pixie because I want more personas. We leveled up, and we can now create personas up to level 3, which will come into effect later when we gain access to Persona Fusion.
Yes! My skill level has...
And I guess Yukari just leveled up as well. It's been a while. Yeah, Yukari and Junpei both leveled up. It's been a long time since I went all the way through Persona 3. And... like, specifically Persona 3 FES over Persona 3 Portable. Because Persona 3 Portable, like I say, takes a bunch of quality of life improvements from Persona 4. Such as active control over your party, being able to see the status a lot easier. It's part of the reason why if I'm going to recommend Persona 3, I'll recommend Portable over Original.
There is a better way to defeat all of your enemies in battle than to attack them individually. You can perform an all-out attack. Would you care to hear more about this?
Yeah, might as well.
When enemies are thrown off balance, they become vulnerable. An all-out attack will allow your entire team to attack simultaneously. Your enemies will be unable to defend against it. It's a very reliable method of attack. Whether or not you want to perform an all-out attack is up to you. But remember, you cannot perform it when you're alone. So if you want to have it in your arsenal, make sure your team is comprised of at least 2 members. That's all you need to know about all-out attacks. Do you understand what I've just explained to you?
I'll be honest with you, Mister, I wasn't actually listening.
That concludes the basics of battle. But there's one last thing I need to tell you. Shadows become stronger the further you advance. If you don't think you can win a battle, retreat at once. There may be times, however, when an escape will be impossible. This battle is one of those times. Good luck.
Very important thing to know about Persona 3's battle system. If the main character dies, game over.
Attack again. Nice.
It's actually a very common thing in the Shin Megami Tensei series, which wasn't changed until I think
Struck the enemy's weak point. Get him.
Persona 4 Golden did it first. But it might have been Shin Megami Tensei 4.
Keep going. Here's our chance for an all-out attack.
But since this game predates those, if the main character goes down, game over. That's it. You don't get a chance for the other party members to revive them. Well, since we already have Pixie, let's get Cup. HP has been restored. Nice.
Yes! My skill level has increased!
So, the search individually option is something that the search individually option is something that didn't return in Persona 4. Which animation?
Everyone, spread out and proceed individually.
For the most part, it's a fairly dangerous option.
Okay, then I'll look around some more.
Particularly because characters can run into shadows and they'll get into battles, and that can end up being problematic.
Everyone, return to the leader.
Is Junpei gonna give me what he found? There you have something, Junpei. Give it to me. Yeah, so this is actually kind of irritating because to check status and equipment, you have to do this. And this is how you change their equipment, rather than just going through the menu. Kind of irritating. Yeah, Junpei's just a moron. That's right, you give it to me. For the most part, you're not likely to see me use the split up ability. Partly because I spent a lot of time on Persona 4. I beat Persona 4 before I played this.
Welcome back.
So,
how was it?
And it doesn't exist in Persona 5 because the dungeons in Persona 5 aren't randomized.
I see. Well, if you gained confidence, that's the best thing you could have achieved.
Wow, I never knew I had that kind of power. But damn, I'm beat.
That's because you were bouncing around like a little kid.
Yeah, you look pretty tired yourself, Yucatan.
I'm still trying to catch my breath, actually.
That's the effect of the dark hour. You'll become fatigued more easily. Don't worry, though.
And that is a gameplay mechanic.
But I'm surprised. You all did much better than I expected.
It's primarily an anti-grinding
no
feature.
We'll see about that.
So the way social links work is the higher a social link is of a respective arcana. For example, the Full Arcana has reached level 2. The higher the level is, the greater the boost you'll get when creating persona of the corresponding arcana. And the boost can be great enough at higher levels that you'll fuse a persona, and the persona will level up multiple times from that boost. It's like, oh yeah, no, here's a level 17 persona. I'm currently level 17, so this is the max I can fuse. Oh, but it's of the Magician Arcana, and I have Magician to, like, Social Link level 5. And then it'll level up, like, 2 times. So now you have a level 19 persona. Which is very advantageous. That's the point of the social links, and it's an excellent balancing act that Persona 3 does and that 4 and 5 refined. And the big boost of it is that one side directly affects the other. Because, like, primarily gameplay-wise, Persona 3 is a dungeon crawler.
That concludes the main portion of today's assembly. Next, we'll hear a word from the Student Council. Please welcome the new president, Mitsuru Kirijo, from Class 3D.
Thank you.
Mitsuru's one of those 3D girls.
So, she did get elected. Well, I guess she is the most popular girl in school.
We'll never see any evidence about that.
You can say that again. There's like some kind of aura around her. Besides, this school's owned by the Kirijo group, right?
Yeah, I try not to think about that.
Yeah.
As I begin my term as Student Council President, I'd like to share with you my vision for this coming year.
It's probably because,
It is my firm belief
like, the
that
traditional
each of us must
thing
accept
of
the
try and
responsibility of
identify the
bettering our
main
school.
character in an anime.
However,
In a crowd of the
change
students of
cannot
this school,
occur without
Mitsuru stands
sustained
out
effort
immensely.
and an unprecedented
Probably
flow of
because she
commitment.
doesn't wear the jacket and she has red hair.
That is why we must restructure our daily lives to accommodate this lofty goal.
So she is white shirt in a sea
I'd
of
like
black
each of you
and red
to dig
hair in a
deeply
sea of
into your
black.
well of motivation and reevaluate your convictions. To imagine a bold new future without losing sight of the realities around you. That is the key. I'm certain that many of you have your own visions of the future. For us to reap the full benefits of our education, your participation, ideas, and enthusiasm are essential. Thank you.
Dang, that was freaking amazing. So,
Was
you
it?
have any idea what you just said?
I'll be honest, I wasn't listening.
Dude, you're such a rebel.
Such a rebel when I don't pay attention to the game I'm playing for a stream with people watching. Food and sleep. Isolated cloud suspended over the tall, snowy mountain peak. Oh good, this isn't going to be an exam thing then, alright. Can a teacher do that? It's like, yeah, okay, so you're clearly not really listening. So you get extra homework and you give me a slice of cake. And I don't want cheap cake. It's like, can a teacher do that? As of today, you'll be able to use your time after school as you wish. Now you can actually play the game. It's only been 2 hours. Be thankful this isn't Persona 4 because we'd still be doing cutscenes. Okay, there's Junpei, so I'm not going to talk to him. This guy looks important, but he won't be important for a while yet. That guy has green hair. I don't like him. To be fair though, it's like you can do what you want as of today, but there isn't anything to do yet. In Persona 4, it's not even tutorial. It's the opening is still going on. Why are there just swords here? Normally you can use the time to expand social links. We don't have any social links yet. Studying the library. Is the library open yet? This is our first. This is the library. We can't study in the library yet. We're not able to join any of the clubs yet. We take a look around Tatsumi Port Island. Oh, I remember this. It's like, oh hey, you can, as of today, you can do whatever you want at school, and then it throws you into a cutscene as you leave the school, and it's like, you thought you were doing stuff? No, you're not.
Popular Akihiko-san is with the ladies?
Forgot about that.
Man, take a look at that. I didn't used to talk to him much, but now I've got a good excuse.
You're still not talking
he's
to your
the captain of
Junpei.
the boxing team, but who would have thought he'd be such a chick magnet?
Who would have thought the captain of the boxing team in a high school
I
would
mean,
be so
come on.
appealing to the
You
women?
don't even see girls flock like that on TV. I wonder where they're going.
Wait for us!
Hey, are you guys free this afternoon?
Hell yeah! What you got in mind?
I want the two of you to meet me at Polonia Mall. You know where it is, right? I'll be at the police station. See you there.
The police station? You mean we're not hanging out with your friends?
Who, these girls? I don't even know their names. They talk so much they give me a headache. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. Don't keep me waiting.
I would ask Junpei to do my laundry.
But that's what makes him so cool.
I wouldn't trust him to do it right.
Man, how can he not know their names? I mean, seriously, just look at them.
This is why you're not the leader,
Oh,
Junpei.
well, let's go.
You're a moron. These girls are high school girls. Oh god, he's following me. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yeah, it's actually kind of funny, like, unlike a bunch of the other Shin Megami Tensei games of this time, you actually do have a walk animation. But it's funny that Junpei doesn't seem to. I can talk to a bunch of these people, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, let's go to Polonia. Let's go shopping. Because we actually can't do anything else right now. Leave me alone, Junpei. is the police station. You can tell because it says police. Tatsumi Port Island is an island completely man-made.
Oh, these
The
are the
police
guys I was
station
talking about earlier.
exists in the mall.
I was waiting for you guys. This is Officer Kurosawa. He helps keep
Well,
our
you know,
squad well
we came straight here from school,
this is
and
from
you
the
came
Kinski
straight here
side.
from school, and you asked us after school to meet you here. We could have just come here together,
Really?
Akihiko.
Sweet! You can't fight empty-handed, so find something you like. Officer Kurosawa has connections.
What kind of
But
connections?
these things still cost money.
Of course they do. Nothing in life is free.
I realize that. Well, I'll see you later. Thanks again.
I've been
Again, we
informed
could have just
about
come
you
here
two.
together. Would have been
My
simpler.
job is to maintain peace in this city, regardless of the circumstances. I'm just an ordinary police officer, but it doesn't take a genius to know something.
Just a small
strange is going
town
on
girl,
here. I'm only
living
doing
in a
what I think is
lonely
right.
world. He took the midnight train to the dark hour. He doesn't look like a rookie. So, interesting thing. His first day. Interesting thing that Persona 3 does, that Persona 3 Portable doesn't do, and that 4 and 5 both don't do. The main character can equip any weapon. It's like, okay, at the minute, Junpei has two-handed swords, we have one-handed, and Yukari uses bows. We can use any of them. Each one of them has an advantage and a disadvantage. For example, bows aren't as powerful, but if you miss, you don't fall over. Gladiuses aren't as powerful as the two-handed. The one-handed isn't as powerful as the two-handed, but it's less likely to miss. The two-handed is more powerful, but it has lower accuracy. So I'm going to get this for me. Yes, I would. Okay, so a rapier and a gladius are both one-handed weapons. They are not the same kind of sword, though. Hey Ali, welcome to the stream, friend. Just in time for Persona 3 to get interesting. Seriously, a rapier is not the same kind of sword as a gladius. I can buy a two-handed sword or a bow. $36, $38, $40, $38. Yeah. Personally, I do tend to stick with just a short sword. And if you play Persona 3 Portable, the main character, the male protagonist, uses the short sword anyway. Like, bows are fairly weak, and the two-handed swords miss a little too often for my... Is it the two-handed swords miss? No, bows are less accurate, that's it, but they don't miss. Is it? I don't fucking remember. Yukari will explain this probably at some point. But we'll buy a short bow for Yukari, and I'll have to remember to equip her with it later. Well, like I said, I tend to stick with short swords. It's decent enough damage, it adds variety to the lineup. Short swords, one-handed swords. I can't change the equipment from here, can I? Nope. I have to speak to her and I have to remember to speak to her. Akihiko uses his fists. Mitsuru will use short swords. Whereas, like, Yukari uses the bow and Junpei uses the two-handed swords. It's fine. It exists in my dreams. Persona Fusion. We have approximately 170 personas. That was less in the original Persona 3. And I think there's more in Persona 4 and then more than that in Golden. I'm not sure how many were in base Persona 5, but I'm pretty sure they added some more in Persona 5 Royal. Okay. But since Orpheus is still learning stuff, and Pixie hasn't started to learn stuff yet, Orpheus still has at least Tarunda to learn. Just Tarunda to learn at level 6. Pixie has 3 more skills to learn. It is not worth getting rid of either of them yet. Alright, let's head home. I'm sorry, I meant home, not school. Go back to the dorm, it automatically becomes night. Of course, the issue is, I'm pretty sure there isn't anything for us to do at the minute. It is possible to max out all social links in one game. But you need to know exactly what you're doing. So now we can go out at night, and we can also go to Tartarus. Yukari is over here. Tiredness. How are we all feeling today? I'm feeling good. To find out other people, we have to ask Suru. Everyone's fine. No, it's fine. So let's go to Tartarus. That's right, Kono-kun. Chrono-kun Sama Senpai-chan. Temporary base. Sounds like a lot to remember. It's fine, just get into the habit of saying it, it'll roll off your tongue. What, Chrono-kun Sama Senpai-chan? My original Twitch name was actually Green Chrono. And that is reflected in my PSN ID, my Twitch, my Twitter name, or my Twitter ID, and my Xbox ID. Save it. Yes. Awesome. And I think with that, we're going to call it. You didn't think I could actually do a short stream, did you? Yeah, Persona 3 is good. I think Persona 3, if you're going to get into... Let's see if we go over 3 hours. Honestly, I probably would have if it wasn't for a few things. But like, if you're going to start with Persona, which, if you're going to start with... Because Persona... I tend to split Persona into 2 separate categories. Persona 1, 2, and 2. And Persona 3, 4, and 5. Because they're basically 2 different kinds of games. Persona 3, 4, and 5 are all very much like this. Whereas 1, 2 Infinite Sin and 2 Eternal Punishment are pretty different. So if you're interested in getting into this style of Persona, Persona 5 is the easiest to pick up, but I recommend starting with Persona 3, specifically because there are gameplay and quality of life improvements as you go, and it's difficult to go back. Start with 3 for this style. For the other style, you can start with 1 or Innocent Sin. That's entirely up to you. 1 or Innocent Sin. But yeah, because of the quality of life and gameplay improvements in 4, 4 Golden, and 5, start with this. If you're going to play any of these styles. But in the meantime, that is going to do it for tonight. It is a short stream, definitely shorter than we've been doing recently, but you know, it makes a change to not be doing like 6-hour streams for once. Current uptime is 2 hours 17 minutes 50 seconds. So I want to thank everybody who joined the stream. Thank you so much for watching. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody who joined the chat. That is Teak, Klim, Ninja, Star, and Ali. Also KH. KH joined us as well earlier on. So thank you so much, guys. It's really cool of you. Did I miss anybody? No, I think this is it. Looking at who is currently on Twitch. It's not a threat anymore, Ninja. I have my own gun. But yeah, looking at who's currently on Twitch. I don't think we're going to raid anybody, mostly because of what the people I follow are playing at the minute. I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping Teak would have started his stream by now, and then I'd just go raid him. And be like, hey guys, watch Teak. Teak's really cool. It's Tuesday, I'll be doing Dragon Quest 3 again. I think. I don't know if it finished last week. But yeah, I guess no raids. We'll be back at some point with more Persona 3. My big concern with actually starting this is we are starting Star Wars month in how many days? A little over 2 weeks. We're starting Star Wars month. And this is a JRPG that can be like 80 hours long. It's like, we're probably not going to finish this. And then we've also got Nocturne we're doing on and off. Final Fantasy VII we're doing on and off. Digital Devil Saga, which I didn't intend to be in on off stream. And we need to finish Devil May Cry 4. So this was probably a mistake, but I'm going to stick with it because I just wanted to play Persona. It's fine. But I'll make it work, it's fine. But once again, thank you everybody for watching. If anybody wants to join the Discord who isn't currently on the Discord, here is the link to the Discord where we chat. You get updates about when I'm streaming, because I don't currently have a schedule in the current situation. And we post funny pictures and say stupid shit. What was the last stupid thing that was said? I made fun of Star. Star was like, you know, Star figured out how to activate a specific line in Resident Evil 3 Remake they'd been talking about, and I made fun of it. That's like the last funny thing that was said on there. But in the meantime, I want to thank everybody for watching. And once again, big special thank you to everybody who joined the chat. I'm just going to keep making fun of Star. See, the people who I follow on Twitch, currently we've got Popo is doing RE3 make, but he's a speedrunner and that's not for everybody. And he's got a bunch of viewers anyway. Crag is doing Persona 5 The Royal, but he's over 100 hours in, and it's not a good point to jump into. And Magic Core is currently doing Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I think is pretty close to the end, and I know a bunch of people in the chat want to do Remake for themselves anyway. So I don't think it's worth raiding anybody that I follow for this. So I guess we're gonna leave it. Teak, our buddy Teak the Gamer. Let me get his name up there. Teak the Gamer, that's his name and ID. Will be, I think, streaming later tonight. It's Turn-Based Tuesday. I think he's continuing Dragon Quest 3. Throw him a follow, he's really cool. If you're in the Discord, we have a link to his Twitch channel in the boys channel. Where I have links to a bunch of streamers I follow and think are worth following. It includes Ninja and Klim. They're both cool dudes and are worth following when they actually stream. But yeah, if anybody wants to throw Teak a follow and check him out later tonight, consider that kind of a pseudo raid. I don't know, maybe. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day, and I'll catch you next time. Take care, guys. We'll be back with Persona 3 soon. Preemptive raid. We're gonna sit outside Teak's door, like Teak's Twitch, the metaphorical door on his Twitch stream. We're gonna sit outside there. And then we're going to burst in when he starts and immediately raid. Like, figuratively. I don't remember what time Teak usually starts. But, yeah. Go and keep an eye on him, check him out. He's either finished Dragon Quest 3 or he's almost at the end of Dragon Quest 3. But he's a cool dude who deserves more views. And with that, take care, guys. I'll catch you next time.